What's up, guys? This is Jason from the Jason&Jabari Gaming, and today we have Kang taking on Hulkbuster and Labyrinth of Legends. So as you can see, I'm unboosted. I'm actually not using any pre-fights or anything for this fight, so it's just the APOC synergy, and I'm going to be blocking. The Matic ability that Hulkbuster has is if he holds block and you hit into his block, you basically take like thorns damage, if you guys know what that is, basically, and it ramps up, it amplifies. So the more you hit into his blocks, either accidentally or intentionally, the more damage you'll receive back. But other than that, primarily what I want to do here is I want to bait out special ones, and I want to be patient as I slowly ramp up. The APOC synergy allows me to gain a Fury every 4 seconds, and that maxes out at 20. So it takes a minute and 20 seconds to get all 20 Furies, and that's for the duration of the fight. So he'll start hitting like a truck real soon here. And he has a very good block proficiency. It's like 66 point something percent. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's very good, on par with Guardian. So yeah, we're just gonna take some block damage if we have to. We'll drain his power if we get him closer to 2 bars of power or something like that. But like I said, primarily we want to consistently bait out his special ones, and if we build up to a special 2, we'll just launch it. Other than that, it's a relatively straightforward fight. You can block most of his hits because, like I said, he's a small tank, and that's what we're going to do. So far it's smooth sailing. As you can see, we're critting for like 14 and 9k pretty consistently, and those are numbers you'll see. Keep in mind, this is a rank 4. At the time, I don't think I was SIG 200, but now my Kang is definitely SIG 200, so keep that in mind. But yeah, man, we are absolutely trying to mull through this guy. A rank 3 and a rank 5 6-star 565 can do this fight as well. You have enough time. You'll probably lose a little bit more health. If you want to make these fights easier, guys, what I would recommend is you take along the white Magneto, aka Wags, along with you. Place that pre-fight. It's going to increase your damage as if you needed more damage output, but it's going to increase your damage by 15%, and it's going to give you a passive stun which bypasses their limber. It's always going to remain the same, so you'll have enough time to get in your attacks after you do your initial parry. So if you want to make these type of fights a little bit easier, that's something that you should keep in mind. On this path, I think we faced Juggernaut. We faced I think what's her name, the girl Thor, Jane Foster. So I think this is like path 5 or something like that. We faced Vision. I know I put out a video where I faced Agent Venom. So yeah, man, we're just going through the labyrinth, taking on the side paths, not the easy quest, as they say, or the easy path. We're just taking on all the side characters here. Which they're actually pretty strong, and some of them have some pretty interesting pneumatic abilities. But yeah, so far so good. We've primarily received block damage, so we're down to 87%. I think at some point in time we mess up, but I'm playing relatively safe. Normally I like to be a little more aggressive than this, and if he didn't have the pneumatic ability that he had, I would definitely be hitting into his block a lot more so he could build up power. So then we could consistently get him to at least 1 bar and just kind of bait that out, so we wouldn't lose as much health. But since we are, it's completely fine. As you see, we're just taking all the block hits, and we're waiting for an opening, and then bam, we're gonna hit him. So he's down to 44%. I know the normal way that you stop Hulkbuster from his regen is you parry him, but I can't remember. I don't think this version has a heal at the end, and if he did, then we just parried him. I can't remember, but we're getting closer and closer, so we'll see when we get there. Like I said, I mean, that's pretty much a straightforward fight. After that, it's just a Hulkbuster. You do not want to push him to a special 2, and it goes without saying you don't want to push any of them to a special 3 because they will clap you. But yeah, man, as you can see, now we're hitting for the damage cap of 50k on our special 2 second hit, so that's really good. None of those crit, and all of them were 8,000 hits. So yeah, that's really good. That's really good. He does have that slight chance of ability accuracy reduction when he has an armor up, so sometimes that's playing a factor. Not a huge one, but sometimes it does. Keep that in mind. He's supposed to be able to apply an armor break on you, but I don't think they switched this over. I think this version is the old version of Hulkbuster, because I have not lost my armor up, which actually, by the way, comes back, guys. Kang's armor up comes back, if you did not know that. But yeah, we're into his second phase now, the second timer phase, and he's down to 24%. So that's how I know a 565 or a rank 3 Kang. You don't really need the awakening, can do these fights, but the awakening is nice, deals with stored power and energy damage, but it doesn't really apply here. It would if he placed a shock on you like the normal Hulkbuster does, but again, this is the old version of Hulk. I don't think they're going to modify that. Yeah, so as you saw, I accidentally hit into his block, so I've done that a few times now, and the damage was pretty significant if you notice how much of the percentage of health I lost. So keep that in mind, and mainly the reason why I'm accidentally hitting into his block is because he's evading. I think the evade chance goes up when you're in their second enraged timer. So we get to the special 3. We're gonna go ahead and drop that on this dude. I think it does a pretty decent amount of damage. Let's see. No, it didn't really do anything. Well, not really. I mean, it applies the heal block, and I think I did that because I was thinking he might have the chance to gain his regen. So I think that's why I went for the special 3, and then I noticed that he wasn't getting it anyway. So that is a good mechanic that Kang has as a utility piece. He can apply the heal block for, I think, 12 seconds or so, and it really helps out against characters like Hulkbuster, Toad, you know, our OG Iron Man, anybody that heals really. Weapon X more predominantly, that I face in Battlegrounds or something like that. If I was to use Kang, that would be beneficial. But yeah, man, he's almost down. This was a fun fight. I haven't done these fights in a while, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll have more content coming for you guys real soon. Peace.